Hey everybody, so this week is a Minisode. I believe I mentioned on the last episode that I will be doing short tip of the week episodes. So I'll post a regular episode and then a short episode, but we'll see how it works out because I may be feeling really happy and do 2 episodes a week with the Minisodes and the regular longer episodes. So for this week, I wanted to talk about something that I think is a great travel tip for anybody that flies a lot or wants to try to figure out what can they actually bring on a flight. So there is different rules regarding when you're going through TSA. So of course you can't bring a bottle of water. However, you can bring an empty bottle of water. So if you have like a refillable water bottle, that's great. You can bring it, just make sure it's empty, there's nothing in it. As far as like lotions and like any other types of things that have liquid to it, you have to make sure it's 3.4 ounces or less, or 100 milliliters. So that's one thing to also notate for when you're bringing liquids and everything on a plane. Through the airport, going through TSA. So one thing a lot of people may not realize is that you can actually bring food with you on the airport. So once you're going through TSA, if you have food that you would like to bring, you can do that. Just make sure that it's in a solid form. So for example, if you have cheese, or if you have like chicken or something, just making sure it's in a solid form. So if you have like cheese and it's like a cheese dip or spread, that is a little weary. It would probably have to be under 3.4 ounces. However, if you have like, say, like the little cheese snack sticks or something, you know how they have like the cheese and the meat that come together or whatever. Or if you want to like just bring your own bag of chips or your gummy bears or whatever you deem that you want to eat like for your food on the flight. Or you just try to bring something back home. Like you can bring pizza. It doesn't really matter. Just making sure that it's in a solid form. So also, if you want to see a full list of different items you can bring on a flight, definitely go to tsa.gov. So that's tsa.gov. And they have a full list that breaks down every single thing that you can probably think of, what you can bring on a plane. Well, not a plane, but to the airport through TSA. So anything from like ice packs to cereal to produce. Oh, and produce is a one that's really important. So you can bring fruit with you to the airport when you're flying like within the U.S., but once it comes to like the island, so say you are flying and it's in the U.S., but you're going to Puerto Rico or Hawaii or something like the Virgin Islands, even though it's technically the U.S. Virgin Islands, even though it's technically still a part of the U.S., you will not be able to bring your fruit or like any type of like meat or something, probably like, or like, you know, depending on what it is, or plants and stuff. But it depends. So if you are flying from like a island area, they are more strict on that because of diseases and like I don't know exactly how to explain it, but they're much more strict on those things, just from the likelihood of like maybe insects or something not being able to spread something from bringing like a fresh fruit or something onto the plane. But you can like go to the grocery store and get an apple and bring it with you to the airport and you're fine. So I just wanted to make sure everyone was well aware of that, because actually this weekend I did go to Houston and I ate some great food. And then my last day, I went to brunch and I went to this place in Houston called the Breakfast Club. And so they give you a lot of food and it's worth the money to me for what I paid. And so I had a lot of food to take back home with me. And I'm like, I'm not throwing my food away because I really enjoyed it and I paid for it. And I don't want it to go to waste. So I just took my box of food with me to the airport, went through TSA with it. So it's fine. It's just making sure you know exactly if what you have qualifies to go to with you through TSA. Like for example, you can even bring alcohol with you on the plane. You just can get the little minis. So if you go to like the liquor store or something and you want to get like the little mini bottles that are like the shot size, that is perfectly fine to bring with you through TSA as well. So people do get lit on the plane. I've seen people bring, I don't call myself out either, but I've seen people bring like 7 minis, and that's perfectly fine. Because it's all under the 3.4 ounce rule. So as long as it's under 3.4 ounces for liquids, that's fine. But also when you're bringing food, try to make sure you keep it, pull it out of whatever bag you have that you're going through TSA with. That way, just so it'll be easier to get through and they don't have to do additional screening or anything, because depending on exactly what kind of food it is, they may ask additional questions. But in my experience, it's been pretty lax. So as long as you just follow the rules and everything. But once again, definitely check out tsa.gov and go to the what can I bring section, and they go through multiple sections. So not even just food, but just like all different types of objects and sorts. So that was my travel tip for this week. I will be bringing an episode soon, working on a topic. If y'all have any suggestions about future topics for the show, let me know. And I hope this travel tip has helped somebody, because it's something that I definitely use for myself. Also, airport food is expensive, because you can go somewhere outside of the airport and get the same thing for like 30% cheaper than when you are at the airport. So even if you want to like stop somewhere and just grab food before you get to the airport, because you know it's going to be jacked up like in regards to the price once you get to the airport, yeah, definitely take advantage of bringing your own food. But don't get me wrong, some airports do have really good restaurants at the airport that are only available at the airport. Like for example, in the Atlanta airport, they have the Chicken and Beer restaurant, which is owned by Ludacris. And I love that restaurant. It's something about their hot sauce that's so good. But aside from that, if you are trying to also save money by not spending money in the airport on food, or you just want to bring your own food, or you went somewhere and you want to take your food with you, you are fine to do that. Just make sure you are following the procedures and guidelines based on the TSA.gov website. And if you guys have any other questions about that or any other suggestions on topics, like I said before, please feel free to reach out to blacktravelogs@gmail.com or Black Travelogs on Instagram or Facebook. And yeah, I hope this has helped you guys, and I just wanted to keep something short and sweet for you all. And enjoy the rest of your week.
You have reached your destination. We look forward to having you again next week with Black Travelogs. As a reminder, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and also follow us on Black Travelogs. Have a great one. Goodbye.